Hello, fam, and welcome back to another edition of George's Corner. I'm your host, George Lee Jones. Let's get started. Today's topic is going to be about your income versus your net worth. Again, that's income versus your net worth. Now, the reason we're talking about this today is because I've had conversations, as usual, with people, and this was a subject that had been brought up quite a bit, particularly, well, I won't say particularly. It's with men and women. Women are looking, relationship-wise, for men who have high income, and my question to them was, well, even with the high income, if you discuss with him his net worth, and vice versa, men who say, well, I got to have a high enough income so that I can attract a certain type of partner, mate, whatever the case may be. What came next for me was kind of interesting because I really gave it some thought, and I looked at people I knew who had high incomes versus people who have jobs that, and they're not menial because all work is good work if you can find it. But these are people who were maybe hourly workers. And I started thinking about that for a moment because I know some hourly workers who are very responsible with what they have and don't have too many financial complaints because they know, just like with the universe has laws like gravity. Gravity exists whether you want to believe it or not. It's not up to debate. What these individuals have done is sat down, plotted out a blueprint or a map for the amount of money they're making and the bills they have, and basically have set a sort of, I guess you could say, a schedule for the priorities of what gets paid first, and so forth. Then I looked at some of my friends or associates who have high income jobs, such as doctors, lawyers, accountants, but always seem to be in arrears with their payments, not great stewards with their money. And quite honestly, it made me start thinking about income versus net worth. Now, follow me with this if you will. I know people who make six figures plus, but always seem to not have money because they're not good stewards with their money. They spend it, they don't respect it. That's the word. They don't respect the money that they earn, so therefore it doesn't go as far for them as people who have hourly incomes. Now, here's why I thought about net worth. I know people who don't make a lot of money, but because of certain investments they've made, they have a net worth that's higher than people who have higher incomes. And what made me think about that is the fact that these people who, let's say, have hourly jobs, they're very grateful for what they do have. And it triggered another point for me because this actually happened to me this morning. I got let's just say, a partial settlement check of something that I'd gotten previously that was much bigger. And this check that I got was, in my mind, very minuscule. So I was going to throw it away because it didn't seem like it was worth the paper it was printed on. And as I was about to put it into the refusable garbage bucket, an epiphany hit me. And this goes into universal law and gratitude. And that was, at that moment, I retrieved that check, I put it into my account. Let me just say it was less than $1, okay? But what I realized, it's not the amount, but it's the gratitude behind it. Follow me with this. It's not the amount that you receive, it's the gratitude that comes behind it. You know, a lot of us are lacking with finances in our lives because we're not grateful for what we get. Case in point, when I was a little kid, I was thinking about I would get maybe $2 from my grandmother or $5 from an aunt. And I'm thinking to myself, is that all? I know you got more money than that. But here's the reality. The universe can't give you more. if you're not grateful for what you already got. Follow that, okay? So the next time someone gives you, I don't care if it's 50 cents, you think of that 50 cents as if it's $1 million, and you go overboard with that. Thank you. I appreciate this. You've been so gracious to me. Here's why. The universe is really kind of objective. It's not really subjective in its thought process. Either you are grateful for getting something or you're not. And if you're not, then the universe reads it as, well, maybe this person doesn't want more money, so we won't give them more money. Think about that. If you're not grateful for what you have, how can you possibly get more? And see, we try to think in terms of, especially when it comes to finances, we think of if we get a lot of money, then we're really appreciative and grateful. That's not how that rule works, because it's not about, again, the amount. It's about the gratitude behind it. If someone gives you $1 million, you're going to be ecstatic. You're going to jump up and down. You're going to hoop and holler, and you're going to call and tell everybody that you know. You get 50 cents, you take on the air of shame, embarrassment, and you're not grateful for it. So again, it's not the amount, it's the gratitude behind it. I would be remiss if I didn't share this with you. I'm always hearing about these get-rich-quick schemes, and that's what they are, schemes. If you listen to The Secret, and I'm not taking away from any of that. They say, hey, if you do this and do that, you'll get rich. Here's the thing. I dare you to talk to anybody rich, if you know someone, and ask them how quick did they get rich. Let me tell you, I got the answer. They're going to tell you it took hard work, dedication, commitment, determination. You complete the verbiage with that, okay? And keep in mind, if more than 2 people know about a situation, it's no longer a secret. So when people tell you I got the secret to wealth, it's no such thing, okay? Because they've already told 2 or 3 other people, it's now public information, part of the public domain, okay? Just wanted to share that with you because I know a lot of people I've been talking to having financial struggles, problems, and oh yeah, keep this in mind. If you don't like your current situation, change your perception of it. It's in your power. You can do it. We'll talk more about that a little bit later, but I just want to let you know that anything that's going on in your world that you don't particularly like, you can't change the circumstances or the event. However, you can change your perspective of how you see that, okay? I'm not going to go any further. I just wanted to touch on that money thing today because people were asking me a lot about income versus net worth. Make your net worth high. There are ways to do that. We'll talk about those a little bit further another time, but I think you get the gist. And again, the purpose of George's Corner, as I've said before, is not to tell you anything new, but to remind you of what you already know and practice thinking. Okay? Again, love yourselves, be good and kind to others, and always, always be learning something new. Till next time, I'm your host, George Lee Jones. Take care. Love you. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.